I want to thank all of you, Provost. Really appreciate you being here as well. Thank you for your kind thoughts. We should have compared notes, Carolyn. I'll throw mine away. It really doesn't need any more being said. She did it right. But let me give you some history first. We've had a long and strong relationship with the University of Iowa. It goes back years and years and years. Believe it or not, it predates me, which is very hard to believe. But it does. And it's been good. And it's been really good. Our goal is to make it better. We have to take it forward. I'm here today to tell you this relationship has got to go forward. Our need is very simple. We need your help. We do. As I mentioned earlier, we're an evidence-based practice state. We are. We believe that. We live it. We need your help. Taking programs that we have or that you want to participate in and doing evaluations, doing research. We're here to say, help us. We are one of the few states, in fact, I would argue we're the only state that's truly evidence-based practice. Program doesn't work. After 3 years, we give it 1 more year to improve. Guess what? It's gone. We only want to invest your tax dollars in programs that have a positive impact upon the offender. What can we bring? I guess I'm supposed to be on
the live stream needs a microphone.
All my best lines are gone. Thanks, Mark. What do we bring to help researchers, to help students? We bring the nation's premier data system for offender management. Thanks to Senator Dvorsky in the back, and thank you very much. We have ICON, I-C-O-N, Iowa Corrections Offender Network. It's a researcher's best friend. To be honest, I'm tired of giving our data to the University of Cincinnati and to Canada on almost a weekly basis. It should stay here. Iowa instructors, Iowa professors, Iowa students should have the opportunity, if they choose, to use our database. It is without peer. It's 12 years worth of exceptional data. And we are here to tell you we bring that to you. Secondly, we would bring, who was at at Edgar's movie last night? A lot of you were. You probably saw Marilyn, right? I'm going to talk about her. I don't see Marilyn here, so that's good. What I don't think you know about Marilyn or the film that was shot at Fort Madison is that all of that furniture, everything you saw in that room was paid for out of Marilyn's pocket. Because at the time this was started, corrections didn't have a lot of money, which is a common occurrence. By the way, those in the back might want to mention that. But it was Marilyn dipped into her pocket and bought everything you saw in that movie was purchased by Marilyn. And we will bring that same kind of attitude of people who really want to make a difference. We will bring those people to you. So we think that's our second thing. People are committed. Corrections is full of great people. Do we make mistakes? Of course. The bottom line is we bring great people who care. And I think that's our second. Third thing, contrary to, I think, some public opinion, corrections employees, public employees, are competitive. They're very competitive. You show them a program that's failing and it's theirs, they don't like that. Everybody wants to be in a program that has success. We want your help in defining that better than we do now. So we offer lots of opportunity. We like students. We like interns. We love interns. So let me tell you a story about Iowa State. That's that place up there. We started 3 years ago a project with their landscape architecture students. We went in on bended knee and talked to landscape architecture faculty, and they had the decency not to laugh us out of the room. And they looked around their faculty and picked out the newest assistant professor and said, "You're it, kid, go do it." What happened in that was that we are now teaching our 4th graduate level course. It involves actually the design of a project. It involves building the project. It involves interactions with the female offenders at Mitchellville. It involves changing things on the fly, because what you think as students, how many are students here? Raise your hand. Oh, good. I was a student years ago here, decades. We're not going to go there. What you think is reality in the classroom isn't in real life. And they've had to learn to change things on the fly. What are the results of that? One, we're opening up an apprentice program for the women in horticulture. DMAC is going to be joining us very soon to help that. That's Des Moines Area Community College, for those of you who don't know. And by the way, correct folks talk in slang, or we talk in acronyms a lot. In case we lose you today, just stop us and say, what does that mean? The issue is we've also graduated multiple students. Guess what? They got a job. Why? They brought real life experience that nobody else had. One of our landscape architecture students at Iowa State applied for the premier landscape architecture firm in New York City. That's pretty good. Competition was severe. It was stiff. Guess who got hired? Our guy. Why? He had real life experience that could translate to on the job. He didn't have to teach him anything. He knew. Second example. The biggest landscape architecture firm in Denver hired a female. Why? Real life experience. So, besides research, we give you real life experience. We think that's one of the points you made, Carolyn, was real life. Was what do you know coming out of school that'll help you in this job faster? We want to bring that skill set here. Don't misinterpret it. University of Iowa does a great job. We've been partners a long time. There's a lot of good things going on. We need to go to the next step. We want to be your partners in more ways than we are now. And I think that's really crucial. And we stumble on things. We really stumble on things. And Bernie Rothman in the back, pharmacy. Well, what do we have with pharmacy? Well, we spend $8 million a year on medications. A lot of our population has mental illness. When they leave us, we used to give them a 30-day supply of meds, pat on the back, say, go do good. Well, the problem is, if you're mentally ill, it takes almost 100 days to get to see a doc in this state. In some places in Iowa, there aren't any. Psychiatrists, psychologists, ARNPs, whatever you want to say. Through a grant that the AG garnered, that's the Attorney General, by the way, and the University of Iowa College of Pharmacy, we now give a 90-day supply of meds. The extra 60 days cost the offender $1 a month, so $2. If you stay on your med, chances of you coming back to prison dramatically decrease. A great collaboration. Bernie was exceptionally easy to work with, and guess what? We have a great collaboration. That's typical. And I'm repeating myself now for the 6th time, but I'll say it. We have a need. You have skill sets we could use. We want to be your partner. Have I mentioned we're an evidence-based practice state? Yes. We don't want feel-good programs. It's nice. We love them. I love them. But we want you to feel good and have good results. We want people not to come back to us. For the first time in Iowa's history, or since we started keeping records, Our recidivism rate, which is the return rate to prison, has fallen below 30%. That's really good. National average is significantly above that. Another thing, we have in this state, in every state, a disproportionate share of African Americans in prison. You can whine about that all day. You know, oh my goodness, the sky's falling. We decided years ago we couldn't solve that problem from who comes into us. We don't control who comes into us. We don't control who leaves. Courts do that. Parole board does the releasing. But we could solve the recidivism rate. And for the last 2 years, the rate of recidivism for African Americans is the same or slightly below that of white. And I'll tell you, we are the only state in America who can say that. Why? We worked on the small stuff. We worked on stuff that you can help contribute to. We need to fix the things we control. We're committed to doing that. Love your help. We're here today. I really can't thank Mark, Gemma, and Kat enough. Mark came in, and as he said, he had these glass plates from Fort Madison. Fort Madison is a very unique institution. It's the oldest building in Iowa, by the way. It's 7 years old when Iowa became a state. It's the only building in Iowa that you can see 3 centuries of Iowa architecture, there, and there. You can touch them all. And it's closing one of these days, I hope. And we're going to go to a state-of-the-art, much safer institution. But the history of Fort Madison is truly the history of this state. And I can't tell you enough how pleased we are to have the University of Iowa helping us. It really will preserve for the future what we were like 7 years before we became a state and how we have made changes. Bottom line, want to work with you, want to help the students at Iowa get better prepared, want to give you experiences as a faculty and staff that will enrich your life. But our bottom goal, not have offenders come back. That's really why we're here, and we can't thank you enough for your contribution. Thank you.